Welcome, everyone, to Right Size Living, where recovery meets real life. From health and fitness to humor and hard-earned lessons, this is your space for honest conversations, personal stories, and tips to thrive in every aspect of life. Whether you're in recovery or just curious about living alcohol and addiction-free, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the journey together. All right. Well, here we are. Brandon's not here with us today. Well, should we do a quick buy-in real quick? See how we're feeling this morning?
Buy-in.
Yeah. Right. All right. I'll start. I'm an 8. I'm doing good. Feel refreshed after a long day yesterday. Working a wedding out in the heat. But it was really good. It was a good experience. It was my first wedding with this company that I just started with. And so I'm an employee with them, and I've already gotten, I think I have about 14 weddings lined up to do this summer. Yeah, no, I was pretty nervous yesterday going out there. I wanted to make sure all my gear was ready and my clothes. Sarah, she's like, whoa, you're not leaving. Let me iron your clothes for you, because I had brand new pants and brand new shirt. Like the tags weren't on them, but you could tell they're brand new, never worn.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, okay, yeah, all right. So yeah, I was a little bit stressed yesterday before, a little anxiety. I was excited, but it was like an excited anxiety. It wasn't like I wasn't stressed, like diarrhea stress.
Bad stress.
Yeah. It turned out to be really, really cool, like amazing location. The people I worked with were amazing and helpful, and we had good conversation, and yeah, it turned out to be a good day, and I feel good about it today. So I'm an 8 or a 9, and I'm here with you guys. So how about you guys? How are you guys doing?
Would you like after you?
Okay, I'm feeling pretty solid, man. I'm feeling like a 9.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, except for a wake up, and even Jimmy said, he's like, that's a lot of bones cracking. It's like he came downstairs. He came downstairs, and I was like, and he's like, that's a lot of bones cracking. Other than that, I'm feeling pretty solid.
Speaking of bones, how's your back?
It is what it is. Yesterday, I went to the gorge, or not the gorge, Lake Oswego, George Rogers State Park, and did just a little bit of walking, but like on rocks and rock beds and a little bit of over water, and felt pretty good. And then walked around the city with a friend for I don't know, it was 20,000 steps. So
Dang.
It felt pretty good. I think I'm gonna go for a jog on Monday or Tuesday and see a doctor on probably shortly after. I think my appointment's Tuesday or Wednesday. So yeah.
Do you think you should see the doctor first before you?
No, probably not.
Or maybe it is a good idea that you see the doctor after, because you'll be in pain.
That way, if it hurts, yeah, just it hurts. Not here, but
Right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, man. Got to a meeting Friday. Saw Jimmy's in town, right?
I see him right there.
Yeah,
he's right next to you.
Yeah. Apparently, I missed a good day of golf, but a hot day of golf. So,
you golf?
It's just been a while because the whole good old shoulder,
Yeah. Well, next time you come down, I want to go golfing with you, because it's been a while for me too. James knows. He saw me.
Yeah.
You did fine.
So I think it'd be fun, try to do that sometime.
Yeah, I golfed in my 20s and then had another shoulder surgery, and that old chestnut.
We all struggled, man, yesterday. I opened with a 10 on the first hole. So if just to give you an idea on how the day went. So yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, just being out there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably an 8 also. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I've been down here since Friday, Sunday. Really looking forward to coming down. Got to see a bunch of really good friends. Anthony was nice enough to let me stay at his place again, which is really awesome. Yeah, played golf yesterday, was able to go to the gym, that whole thing. And so, yeah, it's just been a really cool weekend, you know. So yeah, I'm an 8, I would say. Yeah.
Well, we're all doing pretty good.
Yep.
I'm surprised that you're doing this great, James, because
I
the
know.
sun, too much sun.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't wait for the fall to start, as you know. But I
Mhm.
mean, it is nice. I mean, I get, the nice weather is nice sometimes, but you can't take your skin off in my
Mm,
mind, right? And it gets really hot.
yeah.
So, you could always put layers on if it's cold. So,
Mm.
but yeah, summertime, you know,
Yeah.
and the rhythm's easy. Yeah. After golf, I went to this really cool Kennedy School thing down here in
Hmm.
Portland,
Oh,
and
Yeah, on 33rd.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
what a neat place that was, man. And they had like this deal where like they had people that were singing opera
Mm.
and they'd go around the different rooms in the school and it's like a very neat place and like they were singing different operas and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was awesome. It really made me miss, just being in Portland. I feel like you don't get stuff like that in other places. So
Yeah.
yeah, Portland's a great
Well,
town. Yeah.
that's that's just down the road from where we live. So
Yeah.
we've been going there for a long time. They have a heated pool, or not a pool, a soaking pool.
I've
Yeah,
done that.
yeah, it's pretty cool. We used to take our son there quite a bit. I applied for a job for McMinimans as a photographer. They're hiring a full-time photographer, like just for all their locations, just for, I don't know if it's for social media or for website, probably both. So yeah, it's out there. I sent my resume. We'll see.
Well, they also had a
Very
big
cool.
event there yesterday.
Yep.
Um,
I think it was like a high school reunion.
Yeah.
So I can see them like being like, "Hey, let's have a."
well, I think for private events, they probably hire their own the the people hire their own photographers. I don't think it's
Well, it would make sense though if you're like offering space for a big event, be like, "Oh, we have
like a
In-house.
house photographer.
everything,
Yeah.
everything A to Z, right?"
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was neat. I mean, it was neat because, I got to see one of our mutual friends that like, I might not have had a time to see. I mean, it sucks. We never got a chance to hook up when I was down here, but I know everybody's busy, it's just, I mean, that's, something that I guess I can be really grateful about that, like all the connections that,
Yeah.
I was able to make down here with people. And
Yeah.
so, yeah. So, yeah, 8, you know.
Good. Yeah, I am bummed that we didn't get to hook up. I mean, we're hooking up now, so that's cool. We get to see each other
Yeah.
on Zoom. But like I texted you earlier, kind of go with my sail goes where the wind goes. Like I didn't know I was going to work this Saturday. They got a hold of me last week on Wednesday, like, "Hey, can you do a wedding on Saturday?" And before I even I looked at my calendar, but apparently I didn't put golf down with us. Usually I'm good about that. Like any sort of event that I have, I put it in my calendar. Even like coffee with, I have coffee with my sponsor and my sponsee today, but I didn't put golf down. And so I looked at my calendar. I'm like, yeah, I'm available. And I forgot we were going to play golf, but that's how it goes.
I was gonna say that's all right, honestly, because like it's more important for you to do that than to play. We got our ass kicked out there, dude. Honestly, like we paid to get our ass kicked for 5 hours, So,
Sounds about
yeah,
right.
you made the right call there. Yeah,
That was good.
yeah, yeah,
Go with the flow.
yep. It's a good way to go for sure.
Go with the go downstream. What was that saying? Didn't you say it once a canoe analogy or a kayak
I've heard
analogy?
I heard this guy in the meeting talk about like I thought he said it really eloquently, and I never was able to do it justice. But he would talk about like he he likes to think of his recovery as like and like relationship with his higher power is like he imagines like floating down a stream, right? And like if you let go and let the stream take you, you
Yeah.
know, then it's pretty, you think about that, right? And in that case, it's pretty easy going, right? And
Yeah.
assuming like rapids and stuff, but like you're going to continue down the street generally in a serene way. But if you're like fighting to like get to the shore, you think about, trying to control, it's almost an analogy of trying to control things. It can
Yeah.
be really like, difficult, right? And
Yeah.
if you kind of are open to the stream of life taking you where it goes,
Well, it's kind of funny that you were talking about this. I know we were talking about topics and trying to figure it out, but I feel like I'm in that situation right now. Like, so one of my jobs ended, driving for the farm, and that was guaranteed to in the midst of it, in the middle of the season, it was guaranteed 3 days a week, like full 10-hour days. So it was a good, good paycheck. My last day was 2 weeks ago. So I don't, what?
I didn't realize that
Yeah, so I'm,
you're
I'm
not.
not I'm not driving for the farm. I'm gonna do it in October for pumpkins. We're gonna deliver pumpkins, but so I was a little bit worried about that. And real estate photography right now is not
not
so. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I was looking at my calendar from last year, and I had way more jobs last year, and so I was a little bit stressed out. That's why I've been applying to, I applied to McMinimans, and I've been applying to other jobs, and then all of a sudden, like last week I get two more weddings added onto my calendar. So I got like a bunch of Saturdays lined up, and these are big days, it's good money days. So, and I've gotten other jobs in the real estate photography. I looked at my calendar, like all these things are just happening for me, like just aligning themselves. And, I just kind of going with it, and it's just happening. I'm just, I worried about it for a little bit. Like, uh-oh, I'm losing 2, 3 days of salary, but things are just kind of lining up, man. I don't know. Thank you, whoever you are up there.
Sky Mama.
Sky Mama.
That's his term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh, I do try to kind of go with just wherever the day, wherever the week kind of takes me, and try not to stress too much, and see what happens.
Quick question for you.
Mm,
That practice or like that observing that like ability to just kind of let things go, right?
mm.
It took some time to get there, right? And just
Oh
being,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Because like I don't know, at least in my experience, like I'm still not there. Like I want to manipulate and control a lot of things and make things
Yeah.
happen faster, and I want security for the next 10 years if I could have it, right?
Yeah.
But like, is there anything you did maybe to like try to get there faster? Like a kind of not like this idea of like radical acceptance, but like just being more comfortable with uncomfortability, maybe, you know?
Well, I think that's for me, a lot of it is other people's experiences and hearing other people talk about it, especially in meetings, and just hearing it over and over and over. And it goes with everything, not just financial or work related. It could be just daily emotional struggles. You always hear the sayings like, it's not going to last forever. The good highs are not going to last forever. The low lows aren't going to last forever. So you just kind of, back to one day at a time. And it's just hearing those stories over and over and over and hearing those sayings over and over. It's like, okay, yeah, things will change. Things will get better. Things might get bad, but they're not going to last forever. So I think it's just drilling that into my brain kind of allows me to not get too stressed about it. Are you worried about something?
I mean, generally speaking, if I don't have a game plan for the next 10 years, I get really weird, right?
Wow, you look that far
Like,
ahead, 10 years?
I mean, let's just say like I want to know exactly how the next year is going to shape out, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to know like I guess it's still like a general like anxiety probably just to be like
Yeah.
know what's going to happen in the future, and that's worrisome.
Yeah.
But
No,
Well, I
but
will say this, like part of the reason for me that it's easier than say for yourself, for a single dad, you know, for me, I'm the financial burden is not all on my shoulders. Sarah pays a lot of the bills, but we do have a lot of shit that we have to pay for, and if I don't work, then things will get really bad. So yeah, I do worry about our financial situation, especially now that she got a new car. We have another car payment, but I don't have as much on my weighing on my shoulders as you do, T-Bone. I mean,
yeah, it's not even like more responsibility than anyone, right? It's just a different responsibility, right?
mhm.
Like because you and Sarah have like mortgages, right? Like
Yeah,
and car payments, and you're putting a son through college for God's sakes, right?
yeah, yeah.
Like those,
I guess there is a lot.
yeah. And Jimmy's like, okay, like Jimmy being we're single dudes, right?
single dudes.
Like it's yes, we have less payments and things to manage, but also like it's on us in a way. Like, and that's a scary thought sometimes. Like sometimes it'd be nice to be like, I'd love to share this burden with someone else, but yeah,
When I hear you talking about kind of just going with the flow and letting the stream of life take you, and kind of the serenity that comes with that, right? And I mean, my mind goes back to like the serenity prayer when I hear someone talk about that, and
Yeah, that too. I forgot to mention that.
focusing on, I mean, what would you say that the impact of maybe just focusing on the things that are within your control has had on that, you know, kind of state of mind that you're in, you know? I mean, if you think about it, like you said, you had this job that you were doing, and now you're not going to be doing it, but you kind of just did what was in your control. You started applying to other jobs and then let the rest kind of unfold as is, and things started to happen for you, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been looking. I'm always looking for jobs because I don't hold a full-time job. I don't hold one full-time job, so I'm kind of always looking for something. And if I do land on a full-time job, then that's great. But I like where I'm at now. I like the change, and I like the variety of what I'm doing. I think I occupied my time doing other things, working outside on projects. So I will take advantage of time that I do have, not free time that I'm able to get things done while I'm not working. I don't know if that answers your question. I don't know what else to say.
yeah, it's a broad topic. It's a continuing topic for all of us, I bet, because like,
Is this a CBass interview?
yeah,
Can
right,
we
yeah.
focus?
You're like I'm
I'm
casting cattle.
Yeah.
I'm doing fine. How about let's talk about how you guys navigate? How do you guys go downstream? Do you paddle
Kicking.
really hard and try to
Yeah,
I kick and scream.
kick
yeah,
and scream?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Do you fall
Yeah.
out of your canoe sometimes?
Totally fall out of my canoe. It
need
capsizes
a
all the
life
time.
vest.
Yeah.
Need a life vest.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, have there been situations where, you know, you trying to swim to the shore or trying to paddle to the shore and you just kind of let go
For me,
for either of you?
T-bone.
I mean, I'll go ahead. Like
Go ahead.
there, it depends on the situation, right? On like the big ones, like that, like my mind obsesses over, like big outcomes, right?
Mm,
Sometimes I just want to jump ship, right? And just abandon it all and not even think about it and just like run away. But we can't do that nowadays, right?
yeah.
We just can't. So like what I've seen is like, because there's been a lot of uncomfortable situations in the last 2 years, a
Hmm.
lot like, the court thing was lasted forever, right? With like parenting time, it all worked out, right? And I wish like I could have told myself 2 years ago, be like, just, hey man, everything's going to work out the way it's going to work out, and actually like listen to that.
Yeah.
But those experiences as I go through them have taught me like everything is going to be all right, no matter what it is. Like, and so now, yeah, things can move a little bit more like smoother, right? Where I don't have to like again try to like paddle upstream
Yeah.
or freak out or jump out of the canoe if we're using the canoe reference. But it's taken time, and those experiences have had to like happen to be a little more at ease in other
Yeah.
scenarios like present. And I think you alluded to that earlier, is like shared stories and experiences from others who have done this before. We really rely on those, right? It doesn't mean like we absorb all that like ease and serenity. It just means like we have to believe that what those people have shared is going to hold true for us.
Hmm. Yeah.
And again, walk into those experiences, it's like, oh, okay, it has become a little bit, a lot of bit easier, you know.
Yeah.
Not to say I don't try to inject myself into any way, shape, or form that I can still. Like I still try to do that, maybe just less haphazardly or less, like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find when I focus on like tangible actions I can take, right? I mean, no matter what the scenario, but also like when I'm like actively seeking Sky Mama's will for me, while taking those actions. And that's still a really funny concept for me to like try and wrap my head around, you know, because it's not like I have a tough time being like, oh, Sky Mama, what's your will
Hmm.
for me? You know, but like when I'm genuinely kind of seeking that while, doing my best to do the work, whatever the situation might be, I've found that like the universe tends to put solutions like in my purview, right? You know, like they just pop up, right? There's not a lot of struggle, right? Yeah, I had a really cool example of that happen on the way down here. I'm trying to kind of clean up some of my past run-ins with, you know,
The law.
um, the law and, from my years of sickness and addiction and alcoholism.
You talking about amends?
Not amends.
Hmm.
Like, I'm just trying to clean up my record and stuff,
Hmm.
right? And I've been putting in the work, trying to go about it the right way and everything. And so I stopped at the state patrol's office, their records office, and was trying to apply to have like some non-conviction records removed. And I'm just doing the action. I'm taking the actionable steps and trying to do it the right way, right? And the people I encountered, right, were, I mean, more than helpful. Like it got me like I was very emotional about it because
Hmm.
it's really a intense thing to deal with. I mean, trying to confront,
Hmm.
reconcile, you know,
In a way, you're kind of doing amends with the law, right?
right, man. Yeah, in a way. Yeah, yeah, I guess you could say that. And
Got
it's
to
like
bring up a lot of emotional ties with the past, huh?
exactly. And it's trying to reconcile like the things that, I'm trying to move past with, with my current self, right? Those things that happened in my past and like reconcile that person with, that was, spiritually and emotionally and physically sick with like the current version of myself who's trying to do things the right way and live a spiritual life and all that and like the universe just put this group of people that were that I dealt with through this process in my life at that time, and it was like amazing how helpful they were, and like it made the process completely just easy and non-judgmental. And I mean,
Were you planning on doing this on the way down, or was it just kind of a spur of the moment thing?
I was like, I
Okay.
had to have like fingerprints and stuff all taken, and all that stuff. And it was just an amazing deal. Like there, and it was almost like, it's almost like, yeah.
Probably not what you were expecting, huh?
No, because like I had never had a great relationship. It's not like I'm like some sort of like hardened criminal or anything, but like, like I mean, through years of addiction and stuff, you end up getting those are some of the symptoms and consequences of what happens with that, right? And so I'm really trying to move past that into a different kind of way of living, and I think that by taking the action steps in a genuine way and trying to live right, that like Sky Mama, put, was like, okay, here, the universe is going to help you, right? And it was really a powerful kind of experience. That's happened a number of times for me,
Yeah,
over the
no,
last few
for
years.
me too, since I've been sober,
Right.
and I hear other people like everybody talks about coincidences and people that don't have a strong understanding of their higher power, they call it coincidences. Like myself, I tend to call them, coincidences. And as soon as I started getting sober, like all these things just started happening, and I'm like, yeah, it's just a coincidence, but it's got to be something up above. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the whole like otter God notion,
Yeah,
it is pretty nuts. I mean, I call it reverse psychosis myself, but
here you go.
yeah.
T-Bone, have you had any coincidences lately in your life?
You know,
For the good, let's say.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of been this whole 2 years, like, 2 years ago, you guys saw me. I didn't know what was going on, right? Didn't know what was going on with my career, didn't know what was going on with the children. Like, I just didn't know. And a little bit longer than 2 years. That's like the biggest example I can point to, right? But I found like what's interesting is like, you hear people talk about like, God, my first 2, 3, 4 years were just kind of rough, right? And it's like, but they're standing there today at like 5 or 7 plus years, and they you can like see that there's like a piece about those types of things. Like anything that comes their way is going to be fine, and they're okay with that, and they know that. So yeah, I've just kind of had to see it for myself. But like between 2 and 2.5 years ago, there was no direction. I not it's not direction. Like I just there was like nothing was firm, right? Nothing was firm. Everything was in flux, and I deal really I deal terribly with those situations. But
Well,
uh,
I was just thinking about that when we were talking about this. It's how we deal with the situations that are, that come our way, like how we handle ourselves in sobriety. Whether it be coincidences for the good, like in my case, I'm kind of cruising in my kayak going downstream. I'm not having to paddle. But, if something bad did happen, or if some sort of turn of events didn't go my way, it's now that I'm sober, I'm able to handle those situations a lot better and a lot smoother with the help of you guys and with the help of meetings and work in the program. So I think a lot of it is yeah, it's just a mindset for me. Like all those sayings in the meetings, one day at a time, things will get better, things aren't going to last forever. That holds true, but also just how I handle myself, just like James said, the serenity prayer, just small little prayers. Sometimes, yesterday, on the drive to the wedding, I just kept on telling myself, I'm like, this is just one day, I'll get through it. It's just a 10-hour shift. If I get stressed, then no big deal. It'll be over in 10 hours. Who knows? Maybe it'll be really, really great. But what's the point of worrying about it or stressing about it right now when I don't even know what's going to happen? So, and that worked for me. I'm like, yeah, why am I stressing about it? It's just one day, and tomorrow will be different. It'll be over.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that you say that. It's like how we deal with it. Cause like we get to like deal with uncomfortable situations with a little bit of grace these days, right?
Hmm.
But that has come through like talking to you guys and being like, as they say, connected, right?
Yeah.
Connected to the program, connected to the people in the program. And the program really is, let's face it, it's like it's to me, it's like twofold.
Hmm.
It's steps, but it's also the people in the program because as we you can just read history books and you know how it all started. It started with one person talking to another, right?
Connection.
Yeah. And so if I'm not like actively pursuing, the people in the program and then also the guidelines of the program, like through a pretty simple list of things to do, recommendations that it makes, like all of this, like I would have been arms flailing, fighting things, not looking like a good human being at all. And I'll argue that like I haven't had my best moments at all times, of course, but like I can generally walk away from a lot of the hard experiences and say, okay, I did better than I could have done,
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't yell at judges or lawyers, except but once.
Huh.
And it's all going to be like the whole progress, not perfection thing. It's all, it's no one's ever going to be perfect. You know what I mean? But I mean, I, I think we've all been talking about like action. You know what I mean? Like we have a choice whether or not, like you could have, just an example, CBass, like you could have on the way to that wedding, you could have just been like, you know, set the car on cruise control and just ruminated the whole time. But you like took some action steps and like, you were using some of your tools, right, to
Yeah.
readjust your perspective, right? I mean, in the past, like I know for myself and something like that, I would have not done anything like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so those are all actionable steps. And
Well, and I'm
um,
also super grateful that I'm doing something that I want to be doing. And so, like I said earlier, it was more of an exciting anxiety than a stressful anxiety, but I still had to like take measures to calm myself down and look at the positive of it all.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to that experience, you get to talk about today and be like, it was really awesome. And then share a cool
Yeah.
picture as if
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
but take in like that beautiful like landscape, right?
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. Could have been, I was thinking, okay, the lead photographer is going to be stuck up and like a snob and is not going to work with me. There's going to be bridezilla it's going to be stressful. Like everybody's going to be stressed running around. That's like how I envisioned it. I'm like, yep, that's how it's going to be. And I get there and the lead photographer is getting out of her car. She's in shorts and t-shirt, and I'm like, "Is that what you're wearing?" She's like, "Yeah, it's 90 degrees." I'm like, okay, cool, because I was stressed out. Like, I have a long sleeve shirt, I have pants, but I did bring black shorts, and I do have a black, like a polo shirt. I'm like, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt like you are. And she's like, yeah, come on, let's do it. So like right from as soon as I got there, it was like I was at ease. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be all right.
Did you work on the leg tan?
Well, I put sunblock on because it was fucking 90 something degrees.
Yeah.
Too hot, man.
Yeah, too hot. I didn't want to get burnt.
We only got like 70 days left until fall.
Jesus, man.
Probably less, actually. You know that?
Like, you don't have to do that
Yeah.
at all. But like also like the way you
It's
highlighted
okay.
that experience, like, Jimmy could have stopped at that station and been like, screw this, I'm out of here. Like,
Yeah.
and not gonna.
Yeah.
I've done stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to deal with this at all.
I'm
And just
really
left.
I'm proud of you, James, for doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, it was pretty powerful experience, honestly. Like I got emotional with people because they were so helpful. Like, and it was, it's not a proud moment, like, to have to like confront that shit,
Yeah.
So it's like, it just felt like, one of those, otter God moments. So should we cash out?
Yeah. Any last burning desires?
Don't smoke crack.
That's a good one.
If you don't drink, you don't get drunk.
But drink water.
I don't
Yeah.
have any. Yeah. Don't eat yellow snow, I guess.
Don't, that's
a good one.
Those are good words to live by.
Yeah. That's all I can think of. Or brown for that matter. All right. Yeah. Let's do a buyout. I don't know. What did I start with? I'm a 9. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna do some recovery now. Well, this is part of recovery. So I had 2 full, back-to-back work days, and now I'm gonna do some recovery today. So I'm feeling good about it.
All right. I'm a 9 now. I went up 1 point because of being with 2 of my favorite people in the world. Yeah. Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah, man. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate your friendship and everything. So, love y'all.
Thanks,
Yeah.
James.
Love you too, man.
Love you too.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
Oh, I didn't cash out.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't want to cash out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going on my resentment list today.
Man.
Sorry. I love
No,
you.
I'm joking. That was a funny joke. I'm like a 9.75.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty solid. I'm feeling good, man. Like, it's sunny. I just met with 2 of the coolest dudes in Portland. Maybe everywhere.
Us.
Who knows?
Us.
Yeah, that's that. That's you guys.
That's me. And then you
And
on the other screen.
yeah, it's Sunday. I get to go to a job tomorrow to a career that I pursued and I like. Let's just say I like.
You were gonna say the L word.
Yeah, meeting tonight, and yeah, it's just I don't know. It's good, man. It's all good. It is chill.
Things are good.
Things
Stream
are
of
good.
life, man.
Stream of life. Yeah.
Stream of life. Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, okay. Bye. Well, that wraps up this episode of Right Size Living. Thank you guys for participating, and most of all, thank you listeners for your attention. We hope you found this interesting and will join us again soon. Goodbye.